How do spiders communicate? They use the World Wide Web. Today we're going to be drawing a type of spider. We're going to be drawing tarantulas. Are you nervous? We're going to be using a pink marker, a brown marker, and a black marker. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do for my tarantula is start with his head. So I'm going to go make a ways down my page. I'm going to make a circle, and just before I round it off, I'm going to make two more little circles. So one here and another one here. So far, so good. I'm going to finish off my circle. Now for my tarantula, I'm going to give him some happy eyes. He's having a good day. And a little smile, just like that. Now the next part of my tarantula is going to be the start of his 8 legs. So starting on the right side, I'm going to do another little circle coming out of here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It kind of looks like I'm trying to draw a flower here so far. 1, 2 little petals. 3, 4. Okay, the next part that I'm going to do is these little, kind of look like little arm things, little grippers that come off the front of the spider. So for our spider's legs, we're going to do some connecting shapes. Instead of just long legs, we're going to do them so they kind of look like balloons, like long balloons, circle balloons, long balloons, circle balloons. So I'm going to do a couple long balloons coming out here. 1 and 1. And on the end, 2 little circles. Okay, so far so good. Now for our legs, we're going to come out and do the same thing. Do a long balloon, circle balloon. I'm going to turn it a little bit. Long balloon and circle balloon. There's one leg. Now we're going to come out and do another one going a little bit higher up. Long balloon, circle balloon, long balloon, and circle balloon. We're going to do the same thing for our next leg. We'll come out this way, long and circle, and long and circle. And our last leg, this one's going to come up a little bit. Long and circle, and long and circle. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side, going the opposite direction. So long, circle, long, and circle. Long, circle, long, and circle. And this one, long, circle, long, and circle. And our last leg, it's gonna kind of match this one on the other side, so it comes up, long, and circle, long, and circle. Okay, so we have our legs now, but the spiders also have a big kind of body outside the head. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to come up like this, make kind of a rounded shape so it kind of looks like a bit of a light bulb, and down like that. Okay, now that we have the outline of our spider, we can start to make some changes and color it. So because it has all these different parts, I like to color the little circled parts, the little balls there, in the peach color, and the longer balloon shapes in the black. So I'm going to start with my peach. I'll do my little circles here. Now, have you guys ever seen a tarantula before? I have. Actually, my daughter Piper had a class pet tarantula, isn't that not cool, in school, and I thought it was really cool. Now, a lot of people are kind of scared of spiders, and I don't blame them. They are a bit spooky, but I really like tarantulas because they're covered in hair, and that kind of gives them that furry look that makes them a little bit more cute. So I'm going to go to the other ball shapes just like this. Make it the peach color. And they even have tarantulas that are called the pink toe tarantula because they have these kind of little booties on the ends of them that are pink or peach. So we're going to keep doing those colors. I've been learning a lot about tarantulas. There are 800 different types. Can you believe that? And they kind of like warm climates the best. So I'm also going to do the face peach so we can see it. I'll just color it that color. Yeah, they like to live, some of them like to live in trees, but most of them are found on the ground, and they like to hide and live in logs or under rocks. They don't like bright sun or light. They prefer the dark. Okay, so we've got the peach part done. You know what? I think I might take my brown marker and go over the face just a little bit here. Yeah, let's make that face brown. Sorry guys, if you already did it peach. I think it'll show up a bit better. Okay, perfect. Now the next part, our black. Now I'm gonna do the legs this black, and I'm just gonna fill it in with the marker. And then, because our tarantulas are super fuzzy, I'm gonna do tiny little lines on the outside to show just how fuzzy they are. Fuzz, 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 fuzz. Lots of little hairs. Now those hairs, besides just making the tarantula look a bit cuter, they have an awesome function. The ones on their stomach can be used to keep predators away. Tarantulas can actually throw the hairs off of their stomach, and they have little barbs on them that can hurt their enemies. Now, tarantulas, even though they are venomous, all tarantulas have some venom in them, they aren't, they really can't hurt people. They don't like to hurt people. They don't like to use their venom on people, but if they did bite you, it would be kind of like getting stung by a wasp. It has the same effect. We're just so big and they're so little that it doesn't affect us the way it does affect their prey. Okay, we're getting some legs done here. little guy is coming along. Now, a lot of people do have tarantulas as pets. They kind of don't make the best pets though, because they like to, they're nocturnal, so they sleep during the day and come out at night. And they're not very active. They only eat like once a week, and they kind of move around and stuff, but they don't really like to be held or picked up like most animals that are pets do. So they don't really make the best pets, but they're very, very fascinating. They just basically eat insects, and that's about it. They're very clean. They like to keep a very clean cage, and instead of like other spiders, they don't make like webs to catch their prey. They use them for their house. So they like to live in like little tunnels and in kind of caves and stuff. And they use their webs to make little doors and walls for their environment. They like to be covered up and protected. Little Spiky. Should I call him Spiky? Or Harry? So many tiny hairs. What's the biggest spider you have ever seen? You know, the biggest tarantula out there, its legs are like 10 inches long. So that's pretty scary. He lives in Australia. And most of them are not that big. Most of them are kind of like this size. It's like an actual size. Okay, one other cool fact that I learned about tarantulas is that if they lose a leg, oh, that'd be awful, they can actually grow a leg back. Isn't that crazy? So they have an ability to grow a new one if they happen to lose one. Let me tell you guys, God has made so many cool and different animals and insects and creatures out there. I really like learning about the differences in all of them, and tarantulas are just one of the many. And since it's October, I thought I'd share some animals that people might find a little bit spooky and show just how cool and maybe unspooky they are. Okay. So I'm going to actually take my brown marker and do kind of like the center area in this brown color. And then I'm going to do the outside in my black. So another awesome fact about the tarantulas are that the female tarantulas can live up to 30 years, or actually even longer than 30 years in the wild. And that's pretty amazing. You don't think of like technically a bug being able to live for that long. They like to live alone, and they're not very social animals. Some people have them as pets because some types of tarantulas don't mind being handled as much, and they have a good reputation for not biting anybody. And so they're kind of like cool pets for that reason. Okay, I'm gonna call this little guy Harry, and I think he's pretty cute. I'd love to see how your tarantulas turn out, and if you learn something new about one of God's awesome creations. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you next week.